Okay, how's that? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Are y'all able to see me? Good morning, good morning. Let's see. Maybe we get some people coming on now. Good morning. I apologize for that. Don't know what happened. Whew, I got to get better, but I still don't see anybody. Good morning. Nona, can you check me out again, please? You're not live. Okay. I'm still not live. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Okay. What's happening here? Good morning from Detroit, Krishan. Yes. What is going on? Okay. Now, y'all, I'm getting a little frustrated, but I'm not gonna let the devil frustrate me. Y'all already know I'm not a professional at this, and I don't know what happened. I don't know why it didn't come up, but thank you so much, Krishan. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, so today is Friday, February the 4th, okay? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I know Facebook is tripping. I don't know what's going on, but I'm glad to see you guys are here. There you go. Good morning. I don't know what happened, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Grand Rising. I was on time this morning, but I don't know what was wrong with Facebook. It wasn't on time this morning. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Good morning. There you go, Nona. Good morning. Okay, I'm live. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I'm trying to tune in from our IG page and our Facebook page, and I had my phone, of course, doing IG so you guys can work out with me this morning. Good morning, Joyce Lee. Good morning. Good morning, gorgeous. Woo, that's my song, girl. Good morning, gorgeous. Don't get me to start singing. Good morning. Good morning, Lynette Spriggs. Good morning. Good morning, Lydia. Okay, look, Facebook, IG. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Nessa. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Marquita. Good morning, good morning. I'm so excited to see you guys this morning. Thought I was going to be working out by myself. Y'all know I want to stay in the bed, don't you? Y'all know I wanted to stay in the bed. Good morning, Yvette. You ordering more coffee right now? That's right, girl. Good morning. Good morning. You like that purple? Thank you, girl. Purple means royalty. Whoop, whoop. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Good morning, Kiki Sanders. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope y'all gonna work out with me this morning. I'm gonna do the treadmill this morning. I'm cold. It's cold. It's cold in Houston, Texas. 27 degrees. It's freezing here, y'all. It's freezing. I know some of you all that are in cold areas anyway are laughing at us, right? But we're not used to it. We're not used to it, okay? Y'all know what we talking about in Florida and in Miami. My son left. That was Wednesday when we was working out. He was leaving. He's in Florida right now, and he called and talking about how beautiful it is there right now in Miami. It's like in the 80s, right? We all need to get on the plane if it wasn't canceled and go to Florida, right? Get some of that warm weather, but that's okay because I'm enjoying this cool weather. It doesn't last long here, doesn't happen often. So I'm excited about the cool weather. You know what I mean? Good morning, Tamara. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Yolanda. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Today is Friday, February the 4th. I want to say happy birthday to everybody who was born on this day, but happy birthday to everybody who woke up this morning. Happy birthday. It's your birthday too, okay? Give yourself a hand. You are blessed if you woke up this morning, okay? But if today is the day that you were born, February the 4th, I want to say happy birthday to you. As they say, this is Love Month, but in the Lord household, every day is Love Day and every month is Love Month. How about that? Okay, not just February. And this is also Black History Month, but every day is Black History, okay? But in the month of February is when we acknowledge as many powerful Black people as we can that has made an impact on the world, not just our lives, but the entire world, right? But every day and every month is Black History. How about that? Okay. So before we get started, we also want to say a prayer for those who have loved ones that are ill, for those who have lost loved ones. We don't want to forget about those people. And for those people out there who are, struggling with mental health, physical health, okay, with being physically abused, mentally abused, homeless, because right now during the wintertime is the wrong time to be homeless, right? So this is the time to be able to do whatever we can for whoever we can that are in need, right? And so the word of today is guidance, right? Can you see that? Can you see that? Guidance. Okay. Excuse me. I await my guidance with quiet expectancy. I await my guidance with quiet expectancy. I am guided by the presence of God within me. I am one with divine intelligence. As I listen to my intuitive awareness, I feel the doors of my heart open to all I am seeking. I quiet any cloudy or doubtful thoughts and become receptive to my guidance. I begin by meditating upon the questions on my heart, then releasing it gently. I then dwell in this space in complete calm and without conscious thought. I remain undisturbed as I commune with this indwelling infinite resource I can call upon at any time. As I go forth into my day, I carry this reassuring serenity with me. I welcome the assistance I receive, both within and without, as I attune myself to this guidance with a peaceful heart and a quiet mind. This comes from Psalms 73:24. You guide me with your counsel, and afterward you will receive me with honor. Amen. In Jesus' name. Amen, amen, amen. In Jesus' name. Okay, so today I'm gonna walk on my treadmill, and we're gonna do a little walking and talking. I hope you guys who are out there working out, if you don't have a treadmill, I hope you're doing some of the exercises that we usually do during the week, right? First, before we get started, I want to go over our weekly goals, right? So this week goal was to drink 1 to 2 bottles or glasses of water as soon as we wake up in the morning, right? So have you all done that? Have you done it? Have you done it? Have you done it? Okay. Have you guys done it? You have to try it, right? In order for you to know if it works, you're going to have to try it. That's the only way you're going to know it's going to work, is if you try it. I'm going to try to put this over here instead, because I guess it makes sense. Because if I'm looking this way, it looks like I'm looking at you both. I don't want anybody to feel left out, right? Right? Okay, there we go. And then the good thing about it is the audio visual and the electrician will be here next week to fix my television and to fix my sound bar because I need a little music, like some quietness, right? I have another computer I could have brought in here, but it was just, I'm doing too much. I got the phone here and the computer here, and it's just too much going on, right? And so I just need to be able to turn the TV on, turn music choice on, and listen to my Zen music, right? Today is cold. When it's cold here, unlike Detroit and some of these other places that are used to it being cold, we shut down. Like the schools are closed. You know, it's not snowing, but it's ice on the road. What happened was it got froze. You know, anything below 34 degrees is freezing, and yesterday it rained all day, right? So therefore, this as the night came in, it got really cold, and the streets and everything froze, right? And so we don't have the proper equipment. We don't have the proper, we're not trained properly because this doesn't happen to us often. We usually have warm weather all the time. You took your detox tea last night, Joyce, and flushed yourself out and had 2 bottles of water. That's right. And a shot of Valet 30. I know that's right, girl. And Flair, you feel fabulous. Yay! Are you coming to the event, Joyce? We talked about this on Wednesday. I want to see you in the house. Okay? Good morning, Ricky. You drink, okay, at about 10. Okay. You got to make sure. So what happens is Dr. Bromwell gives me tips, right, for the week, right? And so, of course, our first tip was for the first week, because we just started the month of January. Actually, the second week in January is when we started, was to make a list. Before you go to the grocery store, make your list, right? Which will allow you to make healthier choices and not buy a bunch of things that you don't need, right? And then the second week was, what was it? I know one of the weeks, I don't know if it was the second week, but the second week, oh God, and I can't even look at my phone, but it was make a list, make healthy choices, put small portions on your plate, right? Small portions on your plate. When you chew your food, chew it slowly, at least 30 to 40 chews per food will make you think that you are full, right? And then after the smaller plates, what was the next one? Somebody else tell me. What was the next one? Healthy choices, smaller portions. Come on, help me out with the weekly tips. Weekly tips. What was the third weekly tip? Because the fourth one was actually to drink the water. Drink more water, right? Drink more water. And then we're missing one more because, let's see, you've been drinking more water already? Okay, we did the grocery shopping, the smaller portions, the drink more water, and it's one more that we're missing. Isn't that terrible? When we, I know by the end of this call, people would have remembered all of them. It is important to put out the pork and the fried food and chips and all that. You know what? Mr. Lord is the one that loves all of that junk food, and he makes it very difficult, not for me, but himself, because he really stress eats, right? I mean, I know a lot of you guys are definitely very familiar with that stress eating, and because he has a lot going on, a lot on his plate, and he's trying to do so much, sometimes he can, do a little stress eating. And so we're trying to help him to do better with that. He says that on Monday he's gonna start. So we'll see. We'll see. He's gonna start working out. Since I cleaned out the workout room, get on the treadmill because he likes to walk and talk anyway. So that'll be easy for him. And start utilizing some of the things that we have right here at home. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is good. I have my purple, my purple, my purple workout gear on. And we're gonna walk on this treadmill this morning. We're gonna do a little walking, a little talking. Okay, let me start it. Start it out slow while I'm walking and talking with y'all because I don't want y'all to see me fall, right? I mean, it's cold here. You should see the trees are blowing, the waterfall, my waterfall outside, it is frozen. It's frozen. And last night I forgot to leave a little water dripping so my pipes won't freeze. So, of course, I woke up early and turned it on when I thought about it. You know, I'm like, oh my God, let me go turn this water on. Can you guys hear me talking? Good. So, first I want to talk about what I see a lot of people do is a lot of people have difficulties making decisions and thinking for themselves. You know, we get so caught up into looking at other people and their lives and start trying to feel like we want to listen to those people or, you know, be those people and not just not just make the right decisions. I'm trying to say the right things, right? Because I know a lot of times, of course, and this is in my opinion, but it's also true about people. People need to start trusting their own intuitions. They need to start trusting their own thoughts, right? And if they have an issue with it, quit going out and asking other people. Talk to God. God will lead you. God will tell you, right? And sometimes he gives you signs and you don't want to listen, right? You don't want to listen. But you have to, right? Because you have to make better choices. Let me give you an example. I grew up as the only child. My mother was a single parent, and she got pregnant with me at 17, and she had me at 18, right? So at the time, she was still living at home with my grandmother, right? So it was a village that helped raise me, not just her, but my aunts, my uncles, my grandmother, everybody kicked in, right? And so I had a wonderful life, right? At the time, I had one older cousin, and then she has a sister who's younger than me. And then after that, I have another cousin who's a boy. So when I was younger, it was only about 3 or 4 of us. And then as I got older, more and more cousins started coming, right? And so my grandmother had 10 children. And out of those 10 children, now this is my mom's mother, I have about probably, I think it was like 16 or 17, or maybe 20, sorry about that, about 27 first cousins, right? And I need to go back and count those, but anyway, it's a bunch of them. And I guess I should have left it over here because now I'm talking this way. And you guys, hey! And so what happens is when you sit and wonder, okay, a lot of people kind of grew up in the same household, same, opportunities. Some had better opportunities than others, right? Than others. And so, but it's weird to me is when me and my mother moved out of my grandmother's house, my mother worked graveyard shift, right? So I couldn't stay home alone. So one of my uncles moved in with us, right? So he could watch me while my mother went to work graveyard shift. And so, of course, as I got older, junior high, high school, my awareness was much clearer, right? But I chose for that. I chose to have my awareness be clear. I understood and I saw the struggle that my mom went through, right? Being a single parent. Even though I didn't want for anything, and my mother did what she could to make sure that she didn't have to get on government assistance, right? Because it was just me. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with government assistance, okay? It is put out there for people who need it in their time of need. Not to live off of it from generation to generation to generation to generation, right? And take away from the people who do need it, right? Some people, and I'm not going to say some people, a lot of people abuse the system. They abuse it, But anyway, my mother did what she could, work graveyard shift, work 2 jobs, whatever. And I noticed that. I paid attention to that, right? And so when I was old enough to get a job, I got a job. And I started to help my mom pay her bills, right? I'm like, here, Mom, let me give you some money to help you pay, the light bill or the water bill. Or it's nothing that she had to tell me, right? And so what I'm saying to you guys is a lot of times you are selfish in your thought process and in your thinking. And you want to blame everybody else and put the responsibility on everybody else when it's your responsibility, right? And so as I got older, I began to enjoy life and have a good time because I was single. I didn't have any children. I did not make I don't want to say mistake that my mom made, because if my mom didn't make a mistake, I wouldn't be here standing here talking to you guys now. Children are a blessing from God, and I know that, right? That's not what I'm saying. So, but what I am saying is I have learned, and I continue to learn from paying attention to other people, paying attention to my family, paying attention to my friends. I use everybody else's situation to learn from it, right? And I believe that when people say that they're, a lot of kids, how kids are, they think, oh, well, I'm 18 years old, I'm grown. Well, and I think we've had this conversation before. Grown is not an age. Grown is being responsible, right? Being responsible for yourself, right? We all fall short along the way. I have. Along the way, as an adult, with my husband, okay, Kenny, where I had to lean on and borrow money from my aunt, from my mom, because when Kenny moved here, of course, the mortgage industry crashed, and we had to start all over, and we had just bought a house. He didn't know anybody here, and so I'm not saying that you may not ever need help, or you didn't need help along the way. But what I am saying is that you can't do things and then expect other people to pay the price. You have to make good decisions for your life as best as you can, right? And there will be ups and downs. And I'm not just talking about money. There will be ups and downs. But you have to do what's right. You all know, right? But what I see a lot of times is, and I'm going to give you an example. People join a business. And they join the business with someone because in their life, Maybe they was looking for something, right? And maybe that person called in and said something that struck a chord to make them think and go, you know what? You're right. I need to start my own business, right? I need to have a home-based business where I can get write-offs, where I can write off my gas, my cleaners, my cell phone, my light bill. These are some of the things that you can write off when you have a home-based business, right? And so, but the person that you join, I would hope that you join them because, not because, oh, they got a husband, oh, they drive a nice car. You know, I hope you join them because you know that they told you about something and they can help you be successful in the business that you decided to get involved in with them, right? But when you join that business and they brought you to the opportunity, they have nothing to do with your success. Nothing. Yes, it is great to join someone who you can partner with and y'all can train and travel and train and have events and, you know, but if they don't do that for you, then the good thing about this business is you have the opportunity to get the information from corporate, right? To get the information from someone else in the business. But just because you get the information from that person in the business, that doesn't mean that you decide, okay, well, I don't want to be in business with this person anymore. I want to go and join this person. No, that part doesn't matter. Okay? That's why this is where you get down wrong. Yes, everybody in your organization benefits from you, right? And the person that brought you in benefits from you because all the volume goes from down up. But whether you like that person, whether you fell out with that person, whether you feel that person is not giving you the information that you need, why are you worried about all that? That should not even be important. What's important is I can get the information, right? To allow me to be successful. In Kitty and I's previous company, yes, it was very helpful for the people that brought us in. And I'm going to go back to the first company that we were introduced to, which is Artists International. But the people that had brought us in were not the ones who could give us all the information that we needed in order to be successful. But the important part is they knew how to go get it, right? It's not what you know, it's about you being able to go and get the information, right? And so you don't have to make that person feel bad. You don't have to make that person feel less than. It's not about what you know and what you don't know, because guess what? When you sign up, all the information that they know, right, and you too, is in your back office. So it's up to you to go in there and read it, right? Because you signed up in the business, right? When you go to the bank and you borrow money, right? Because if you wanted to start a McDonald's, see, a lot of you all who are in business right now, not just Tava's business, but any business, right? Y'all would be out of business, homeless on the street, right? Because just think about if all the businesses you got involved in, including network marketing, right? Including multi-level marketing is what it is. And you borrowed millions of dollars to get started, right? Then you all would have been bankrupt. Your business would be your McDonald's, your UPS store, your Subway, Wingstop, Chick-fil-A, whatever your business is, will be out of business. Because you guys are not operating your business like a business. You gossiping, you're worried about what's going on, you're not looking in your back office and trying to get and write down, whether you understand the compensation plan or not, whether you understand the business or not, at least you can go ahead, go in your back office, read the information, and then write down questions. Because this is your business, right? And the person that brought you in may not be able to give you all the information that is needed. Quit looking to other people to bring your dreams, to fulfill your dreams, your goals, your desires into fruition. You have to get out there and do it yourself, right? And the beauty about this business is, if they're not able to give you the information, then you can go out there and get it, right? And that's why I'm basically talking about, and I gave you the example. A lot of times people say to me, or even in my family, because we all grew up in the same family, right? But they say things like, well, Chante, you different. Oh, Chante, you don't mind doing that. Oh, Chante, I expect this. Well, guess what? I expect it from y'all too. Why do I have to tell y'all when you come over to somebody's house, bring something? Who shows up at somebody's house for Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, Super Bowl, a party, or just Sunday dinner and not bring something? You coming over to someone else's house. I have girlfriends. I don't have to tell them that, and they don't have to tell me that. We hang out with each other all the time. And if I happen to come over their house and we get together and having some drinks, and it may not even be anything big, I'm going to call that person and say, hey, you need me to bring anything? Let me bring some ice. Let me bring a bottle of wine. Let me bring some chips and dip. Something, right? My mama didn't teach me that. Those are things that I paid attention to when I was invited places, right? Because I wanted to know more. I wanted to be better, right? I wanted to do these things. It was in me, in my heart already, right? Some of you all complain about things, but you complain about them because that's not who you really are. It's not in your heart, but you pretend, right? And when it don't work out the way you want it to, then you want to get mad, right? You want to get pissed. Hey. Am I supposed to wave like y'all are waving at me and I'm not quite sure what these waves mean? Is it that you've joined or I don't know? Y'all know I'm not good at this. But anyway, almost failed. But anyway, I learned, back to what I was saying about my mom. That is one of the reasons that prevented me from having children without being able to afford it. Not that, yes, I want to make sure when I decided to have a baby by somebody that it was somebody I was going to be with, right? But that's never guaranteed. But what I can guarantee is that when I decide to bring a life into the world, that I can be able to afford that life, right? And so I made those decisions. My mama didn't have to tell me. Nobody else had to tell me. I made those decisions. And I consider myself first. A lot of ways we don't consider ourselves. We don't love ourselves enough to expect better. Not just from someone else, but you got to expect better of yourself, right? Because people will do to you what you allow them to do. Okay, I hope y'all are following me with this. And so, can't nobody treat you any kind of way unless you allow them to, right? And let me tell y'all this. I know you guys say, oh, this hasn't happened like this. Yes, it has. I've made bad decisions. I made poor choices, right? I was in love that I thought I was in love as a youngster, but I knew I really wasn't because in the back of my mind, everything that I did was because I wanted to do, and I made the decision like, no, this is not for me, right? That's how I know a lot of you all look for validation from other people and look for other people to make you successful. And that's not how it works. If your intention and their intention is good, and a lot of times when you join a person, you hope that everything works out. But if it doesn't, so be it. Y'all work together the way y'all can, but go and get the information because it's available out there for you. Or if you can't get it from that person, you can call corporate, or you can reach out to other leaders. Because in Tava, we teach people to not go around stealing other people's people. But when you have a leader in the business that everybody looks up to, whether you're in their organization or not, what's wrong with that, right? I may like the way this person is training, or that person may have said something to help me understand the business a little bit better, right? Nothing is wrong with that. That doesn't mean that all of a sudden I should jump ship and go and switch teams and work with that person. Whoever that leader is should allow you to be able to listen in on their training platform. Now, if they don't want you to listen in on their private training platform and they want that solely for their team, then that's totally up to them, right? We cannot make a person bring you into their private training, but we encourage and hope that they would, right? But let me go back to what I was saying and making this more important and more clear so you guys can understand. Quit following people for what reason? Because you like them, because they're cute, because you think that they're whatever. You follow them because they about their business, because you know they taking care of business, because you know that they're going to make sure you get the information that you need in order for you to be successful, right? If we were not, Kenny and I were not about our business, if we weren't taking care of business like we should, if Kenny was late to all the meetings and I was late to all the meetings, and sometimes I show up, sometimes I don't, I walk in there looking any kind of way, I don't know any of the information to give you guys. You guys wouldn't be following us. We wouldn't be in business right now. I mean, you want to make excuses as to why you're not successful. You have all the information you need in order to be successful, but you don't want to put in the work. Like me. Another example. The reason why I'm not toned and the reason why I'm not fit the way that I think that I should be is because I haven't been working out. It ain't nobody else's fault. It's because of me. Because I don't want to get up, and I don't care if it's in the morning, in the midday, or nighttime. If I want to be fit, if I want to be toned, there's no surgery or nothing that I can do to make that happen. I have to get up and I have to go work out. Period, point blank. That's the only way it's going to happen, right? If I want to lose weight, right, I have the things I need to do it. But if I'm not taking those products and I'm not implementing anything, I'm not drinking more water, I'm taking the products, but I'm drinking more soda, I'm eating more chips. Just because I'm pooping, then I'm adding more junk food and I'm not losing any weight. It's not the product's fault because they work. It's your fault because you do not want to make the decision to do what you know you have to do in order to have what you know you want to have. Period. Why are you all sitting around watching everybody else be successful and you trying to figure out, well, what did they do? They worked for it. They didn't just sign a business. They didn't just go out and get a loan and for McDonald's or Cane's or Chick-fil-A and decide, ooh, it's cold outside, I ain't going to work today. I don't feel like it. I need a babysitter. You know, my husband left me. My husband cheated. My car broke down. Well, what about Uber? You know, when you're in business, when Kenny wakes up, and this is what inspires me because I already knew that's how it worked, right? I just needed somebody to push, open my eyes to different things and push my goals a little bit bigger, right? You always need somebody to push you to your destiny, to your purpose, right? And it's always good when you have a mate, right? So when you're out there, if you know you're a person that's not good with money, why would you go hook up with somebody else that's not good with money? Right? You're not good with money, he's not good with money, and boom, y'all both will be broke. Right? One of y'all have to be the opposite. It just has to be, you know? One of y'all have to be the level-headed one. If you have a man or a woman that's negative, that's always, woe is me, and then the man or the woman, the mate is the same way, then telling you what you want to hear instead of telling you the truth to make you grow and be better. And then y'all want to know why y'all are not successful, and y'all want to be looking at everybody else and what they have, what they're getting. You want those things, but then you start bashing and complaining and talking about them. You don't even know those people. Y'all don't know what's going on in these people's personal lives on a day-to-day basis. All you see is success, stuff, and things, right? And sometimes when a person goes on social media and they show you, bring you into their life, meaning they on there telling you all their personal business, all their ups and downs, sharing all their private stuff, but that's personal. You know, I choose not to do that. You know, because you may not be able to handle what I'm going through, right? And I might be mad at my husband and wanna, you know, I don't know, right? But I may be mad today, but tomorrow I may be all hugged up and cuddly and then I didn't brought y'all all into it. Like even I do with my family. When I was dating and when I was growing up, I didn't bring men around my family. That wasn't my man. You know, yeah, that was my, whatever I was doing with them, you know, that's different. You know, maybe my girlfriends met them. Because, you know, you hang out, you do wrong things with your girlfriends, right? But my mom, my grandmother, my family members, they didn't know those people. Why would I bring those people into my world and we're not even a couple, right? I mean, sometimes, and it don't matter if I have kids or not, because I did have kids, but I thought about my cousins. You know, what was I displaying to them? What was I showing them? You know, we all want to make excuses. Oh, I was born in ghetto. I didn't have a daddy. My mama was abusive. I was abused. We all have things that we went through. We all have things. I'm not discounting what you went through at all. By no means am I doing that, okay? At all. But what I'm saying is that what you're going through, you're not alone, right? And I'm not speaking about mental illness. That's different. That's different, okay? Because when you have somebody who's suffering from mental illness or depression, that is totally different because I'm not familiar with it, but I can understand it from a place of something in their mind is telling them different, right? And so they could be beautiful, have it going on, but it's something inside of them, right, that's telling them different, that's talking to them. It's like one part of their head is saved and one part
is insane. And I don't want to say sane and insane. That may not be a good word to use. But one part of the brain is logical and the other part is not. Just like normal people every day, right? And sometimes it's hereditary. Sometimes it skips a generation. You know, it's important for you guys to go back and look at your family tree to know what's going on and what's happening. I chose my life differently. I wanted something better for myself. To be able to give something better and show my brother, my mother, my family something better. Not to be like, oh, see what I did? Yeah, I'm all that. No. I love being able to do things, introduce things, and show things, or even sponsor. What I mean by sponsor, like host family events, pay for the food if I'm able to do it, right? If I'm not able to do it, we all get together and chip in, right? Not making excuses, right? And when you find that self, right, when you love yourself unconditionally and you want better for yourself, then that will allow you to make better choices, right? And not make excuses, not go out there and make excuses why you're not successful in business. You know why you're not successful in the business? Because you don't even know the conversation plan. You know? And if you've been in the business for 3 months, 6 months, a year, you don't even know the compensation plan, then you're not really even in the business. You know, you're not working. You're all on social media doing all of these videos and all of this other stuff, but you're not successful, you're not making any money. And the reason why you're not doing that is because people can see through you. And the number one person that can see through you is God. And a lot of times, just because you see a person being successful, that doesn't mean that they're good people. Some of y'all join people and stuff be right there. You know, right there. You can see it clearly. The person don't have to tell you. But y'all so busy looking at all the wrong stuff that you're not paying attention to the right stuff. Guess what? I'm a person that believes in God. Tava and the Lord household and the Trimmer household is a God-loving, God-fearing household, right? But I am not a pastor. I am not the pastor's wife. I'm not the deacon. My husband's not the deacon. I ain't the first lady in the church. I am just sharing the word of God, right? My journey, what God has done for me in my life, and how I praise Him and worship Him. I'm not here to be you all's pastor, preacher. I don't even have a psychology degree, okay? I went to school to be a psychologist, but I didn't finish, right? But I don't have a degree. I'm not trying to do all of those things. I'm only here to help you make money. And guess what? I am learning. I am growing. I am getting better as a person, right? But our commitment to Tava and to you guys is to make sure we show up no matter what. No matter what. We have things going on in our lives. People die. You know, people get sick. We have children that's not doing what they're supposed to be doing, you know, that disappoint you. Of course, they always do, you know. But we keep it moving. It's cold outside. We don't want to get out of bed. We don't want to do any business. We don't want to take any calls. I didn't want to work out this morning. I just wanted to stay in my bed, right? But I got up and I did it because of a commitment with you all. Last Friday, when I asked Krishan to do the call, I too was going through something mentally. You know, I was having a bad day. And when I woke up, I didn't have it in me to do the workout. That's why I reached out to her and asked her to do it for me. Because we all have those days, right? I didn't just say, okay, you know what, we're going to cancel the call and I'm just going to forget it. We just not going to have it, you know. No. I reached out to Krishan and I asked her to do the call. Now, for Martin Luther King holiday, which was that Monday, I slipped on that. And I still could have done the workout that morning, you know, but I didn't. There's nothing wrong with acknowledging a holiday if you want to, or if you don't want to, right? But I'm just talking about a normal call that's scheduled. Instead of me just canceling it because I didn't feel like it, I reached out to someone to help me, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. So we got to quit looking to other people to validate us and to help us to be better. You know, if you see somebody that is your mentor, and this is another thing. These mentors, right? Well, we all have mentors, right? But when we say mentors, when I say, so I'll give you an example. When Kenny and I say that we have mentors, right? Well, we have mentors for different things, right? If you're mentoring me in business, that doesn't necessarily mean you're mentoring me in my marriage, okay? Or in my personal life. That means that you are a person that is successful in this business, right? And I am looking to you to be my mentor in this business because you know this business of multi-level marketing, and you are allowing me to be, or helping me to be successful in this business, right? What you do in your personal time, how you treat your wife, your husband, your kids, I don't know nothing about all of that because I don't live in your household. And we ain't friends like that, right? When we talking on the phone, you're talking to me and mentoring me by business. I don't know how you and your wife interact with each other, or your husband, or how he treats you, or how he not treating you. I don't know nothing about all of that, right? And I don't want to know. I don't need you teaching me the Word of God. If I want to learn the Word of God, I go to and I listen to someone that I respect that's giving me the Word. Give you an example. If any of you all follow me on social media, I love Joel Osteen. And I'm not afraid to say so. Okay? It's my business. I can follow whoever I want to follow. And this is why I'm saying this, because I found that when I post things about him, people comment on my page and have said things like, oh, he's a molester. Oh, he does this, he does that. I live right here in Houston. I ain't heard none of that. Right? And he is a man. I'm not saying it's okay for him to do that, but we've got to quit looking at these people that are pastors and preachers and thinking that they God. They're not God. They're no more godly than I am. They're just teaching you the Bible and the Word, right? And I like his teaching. It's basic. My little 5-year-old nephew can understand. He gives you a story. He uses the Bible, gives you a story to help you understand the Word. Because I'm here to tell you, the Bible can be very confusing and misleading, right? So I need someone to be able to give me a story or an example to help me understand it clearer, right? And then at that point, it's up to me to do the right thing, to do the work, to go back and read it so I can get a better understanding, right? And to implement it into my life. Let's quit convicting people until they are proven innocent or guilty. Just because someone throws out allegations about a person does not mean that it's true. Y'all need to quit being followers of everything. You know, make your own decision. And if that person is brought down and brought to justice for some of the things that they did or didn't do, then guess what? At that time in my life, I will decide if I want to continue to follow that person or not. But I'm not following his personal life. I don't know if he's a good husband. He says he is. I hear some of the things that he says about him and his wife Victoria and his children. I assume that he is, but I'm not patterning my life after Joel Osteen. I am allowing him to preach and give me the word to be able to understand the word. I have to understand and like his delivery. That's why I follow him. He is of sin. He is a man just like I am, of God. He is not God. And so we have to quit looking at these people. There are people out there are couples out there that I pattern my life after, or that I get advice from to be in a marriage. Not everything about that couple I agree with, that I like, that I want to implement in my life. But it's up to me to decipher, to take the good, yeah, I want this, this, and this, and this, and I believe this, this, and this, and this over there. Because it's something, because we are all different, right? Our family is different, the relationships are different, the woman is different, the man is different. So we're not like that other couple, you know? And a lot of times we don't see that. We're not looking at the big picture. You follow somebody, you on there, oh, amen. You know? And that person is obvious. But you don't even see it because you're too busy, all wrapped up into something that you shouldn't be. Everybody needs to pray and ask God to give them the clarity. Give you the vision, right? And be ready to accept it when they give it to you. When they show you who that person is, believe it, right? But what you all have to understand is when you're in business, a lot of people you're not going to like. But you're not in the business to like or dislike that person. You're in the business to make money. What that person does in their personal time has nothing to do with you making money. You have to quit looking at people and following people and, you know, just, I don't even know what to tell y'all. Y'all just all over the place. You know, y'all use social media to run your whole life, your whole household. That ain't happening up here, okay? You know, and y'all have to quit looking to other people for things and ask God to give them to you, right? And he's not going to give you anything that you're not ready for, right? But what he's not going to do is definitely not going to give it to you if you're looking at or following the wrong person or the wrong examples. You know, no one is perfect. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying. I'm not trying to be perfect. We all want to be perfect, but we all of sin. And we have to forgive. It doesn't matter. Remember we talked about this the other day. How many times do I forgive? 100, 1,000. God, think about all the times God forgave you, right? Think about all the things that you're still learning and you continue to do, but God is still forgiving you. So you have to forgive too, but guess what? Just because you forgive a person, that doesn't mean that you have to continue to allow them in your life because maybe they're toxic. Maybe they don't mean you any good, you know? And so you can forgive them. You don't have to wish bad on them. You can wish them success, but over there, not with you, right? Y'all can be in the same business. You know, it's a lot of people in business that I don't like, you know? But you don't know it because I smile, I edify. You would never know it in all my other businesses. It's a lot of people I don't care for. But you don't know that because it's not for you to know. This is a business. I'm not here to tell you, girl, boy, that person ain't shit. No, it's up for you to figure that out on your own because you're not going to believe me anyway. You're going to take what I have to say. You're You're going to go back and tell him, you know, and then later on when you see it, see, it's up to you to see it, not up to me. That's why we all have to walk our own walk, right? I can give you a heads up, but it doesn't matter the examples I give you. You're not going to understand because it hasn't happened to you with that person, right? But if I know a person is a thief, I can warn you, hey, be careful, watch out. That person steals, that person is a kleptomaniac, you know, so be careful. I told you already, you know, I let you know that person is a liar. They lie about everything, so just be careful. You gotta decide what you're gonna listen to and what you're not gonna listen to. You know, be careful. That person is a cheater. You know, they are known to cheat. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. Okay? Y'all need to quit going out there talking about stuff you heard. No, tell somebody something you know for a fact. Okay? It ain't about what you heard. It's about what has happened to you. And it's not to convince that person not to be a part of it. You're just giving the person the information and let that person make their own decision. You know, it's that person's walk, not your walk. You know, and once they see and they learn for themselves, then it's like, ooh. You know, that's what it has to be. That's what happened in my life. I saw my mother struggle, and I made the decision that I did not want to struggle the way she struggled. I appreciate all of her struggle, and so I made sure that I didn't do the same thing and put more of a burden on her, because I know as my mother, my struggles are her struggles, because she's my mother and she loves me. And if I'm hurting, she's hurting. If I'm in pain, she's in pain. You know, if I'm not able to provide and she can't really help that much, then it's painful and it's a struggle for her. Why would I want to do that, you know? Why would I have children and bring children in the world that I can't afford? And I need to depend on my mom, my grandmother, my cousins, my husband's mom, my mother-in-law, my in-laws. You know, that's not cool. Why would you do that? When I think of having children, I think of being able to provide a lifestyle that my mother wasn't able to provide. Or maybe that she didn't desire. My wants and dreams and desires are different. I want a beach house. Kenny wants a yacht. We want a yacht. I want it because he wants it. You know, he wants to own a yacht. He don't want to rent a yacht. You know, he wants a plane. He don't want to own the plane. He wants to rent the plane, but he wants to be able to have his own private jet, right? Whether he owns it or rents it, it don't matter. But he wants to own his own yacht. My dream is to have my own beach house on a beach that I feel desire, that I desire, you know? I want to be able to provide wonderful things for my family members. You know, trips. I want to go travel the world and have these big trips and take and invite my family and friends. I want to be able to have a retreat for my family to be able to pay for it so we can sit down and we can talk about our family struggles and curses and we can move past it. See, those are some of the things that I want to do. And that's what the money is going to do for my life, right? It's going to allow me to leave a legacy, not just for the Lords, but for the Trimmers and the Anthonys, right? Because my mother's a trimmer, my cousins are trimmers, my brother's last name is Anthony, my nephew's last name is Anthony, and I want to leave a legacy for him. That's what this is about. Me liking you, just liking you, I don't even care about all of that. I don't care what you do in your private life. Show up at work. Make your dreams and goals and aspirations come true. And allow me to help you get them. That's what I'm here for. To change the face and the trajectory. I'm saying a word, I can't get it out. Trajectory of your life. To change your life, to make it better. To be better for whatever it is that you want in life. That's on your vision board. Write it down. Make it clear. Do you know how important it is to be able to have life insurance, car insurance, pay your bills without them being late? If you look online and you want to buy whatever, whenever, you can do it. You can eat when you want, travel where you want, save money, and leave legacies, and help your children with their goals and dreams. That's powerful in itself. If you need mental health, you're able to afford it and go out there and get it. Not have to rely on the government to take care of you, to send you a check. And for those of you who are abusing the system and taking away from those who really need it, that's what's even worse. There are people that are out there that are disabled, there are the elderly, and there are women and men who are out there who need that assistance. But there are people out there like you who are abusing the system. Which ain't cool. You're abusing the system. And you're taking those things away from the people who really need it. I'm talking about generational welfare people. People that's on generations, just generations. But then they walk around with Gucci on and Poochie and keep having all these babies. You have babies that you can't even afford. And then in Texas, they didn't implement it. That you can't even do what you want with your body. That you can't even have an abortion, even if you were raped. We need to start paying attention and quit paying attention to all of these bags, designer things. And y'all need to find out what's going on in the government and in the world. And pay attention and get your butt out there and vote. Because we're the ones that's going to be affected. We're the ones. They're implementing these rules and telling you what you can and can't do as a woman, trying to take away your rights to vote. Y'all better pay attention. Y'all better stay woke, because guess what? All that name brand and design stuff ain't going to mean nothing. Okay? Nothing. Y'all out there watching all the rich people with all this stuff. Guess what? They can afford those things. You can't. Guess what? And they have a voice. They have a voice to be able to get out there and make change happen. You don't. Because you're using your voice the wrong way. Not because you don't have a voice, but because you're using it the wrong way. And you're giving out the wrong signals to your business partners, to your children, to your family. What are you displaying? It's okay to want nice things, but do you vote? Do you know what's going on in the government? Are you donating to your public party? Do you know what's happening right in your city, in your jurisdiction, in your state, in the world? Do you know what's going on? Do you know that Donald Trump is trying to run again? And then those of you all who are jumping on the boat because they see these black, they rich and got a lot of money. They doing it for the fame. They doing it because of the money that they're able to get. Because doors that are going to be open for them. Those doors ain't going to be open for you. Because you make less than $250,000. Or less than that, $50,000, $40,000. Some of y'all make $20,000 a year. What are you going to do? Y'all got to stay woke. Find out what's going on. Pay attention. Quit following all these folks on social media. These people these rappers and movie stars and all of this stuff, y'all better get it together. Okay? Yeah, I follow some of those people, but guess what? I'm not looking at the same thing you're looking at. I see what's going on. I know what's going on. Okay? Better stay woke. Don't find yourself in a pickle in the bind. You're not prepared. You can't secure your family. You can't protect your family, financially, physically, nothing. So what you gonna do? You gonna talk about it or you gonna be about it? Get up and make something happen. If you invested, if you signed up in this business, I don't care if it was $100. Okay? What business do you know you can make $1 million from $100 sign up? I want to know. Call me, please. Tell me. You got my phone number. Inbox me and let me know what business you can sign up for. Right? For $100 or less, or even less than $1,000. And make $1 million your first year in the business. Now, I'm not trying to say you got to do a network marketing, multi-level marketing, but you need to be getting something. Okay? I want you to still keep your 8 to 5 job because we need people to be able to do the lights, the water, the mortgage company, car insurance, electricians, people at the gas station, at the grocery store. We need all of that. We need the technical people. We need the doctors and lawyers and the judge and all of that. Okay? That's another thing too. Y'all think that voting for the president is the only time you need to vote. No. You got to vote in the primaries. You got to pick the judges and the lawyers because if you allow them to pick and don't go out and vote for the judges and the people who make the laws and enforce it, then the president is just one person. That's a cabinet. Okay? Those things have to be voted in. He can't just say this is what it's going to be and this is what it's going to be. But when you have all the people in your cabinet that want the same thing you want, then what you think going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Y'all better pay attention. Okay? Y'all better be smart. Okay? Y'all better be at this event, March 3rd through the 5th. Thursday, come in on Thursday if you can. If you can't, come in on Friday. We're going to be working out Friday morning, getting our workout on. I'm trying to find me a professional to work out with us. But I haven't given up, right? Whether they're in the business or not. I'm looking for somebody to head up the workout for us, right? On Friday, March the 4th, right? Or is that the 3rd? I think it's the 3rd. But, or 4th, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's that first weekend in March. How about that? Okay? Be in H-Town with the beautiful spring weather. I'm naming and claiming it. And let's have a good time and let us help you make money. We have some great products or some great services coming out and a product. And we have our whole marketing for our products and everything is going to change. I'm just glad and we're blessed that we're only 2 years young. We're not even 3 years old. We'll be 3 years this coming October. And I'm just proud and happy for our growth. And I'm so happy that our business partner, LaCour, saw in us the opportunity to partner with us and to help us be successful in this business. That's another thing. Sometimes you think people are not paying attention. Oh, yeah, they're paying attention. Oh, they watching. Just quit waiting for people to come and pat you on the back. And guess what? Pat yourself on the back. Tell yourself, good morning, gorgeous. Hey, if you don't think you're pretty, if you don't think If you don't think you're smart, if you don't think that you have something to give the world, then what makes you think the world is going to give it back to you? Some of y'all out there, dishonest, lying, stealing, cheating, and y'all worried about other people seeing and knowing who you are, what you're doing. What about God? You're not worried about that He sees and hears all? That's who I worry about. You know, when you mean to me and you do something wrong to me, I'm not going to say, okay, well, you did this to me, so I'm going to do it back to you. No, I ain't gonna worry about that. I'm going to let God handle that. Because if I do it back to you, I'm no better than you are. And if I die tomorrow and go see God, He going to say, what did I do? He's not going to ask me what the other person did. I'm going to be judged by what I did. And I don't need Him to remind me or tell me or show me because I know myself. I know what I did. I know it wasn't right just because that person was mean to me and ugly to me. Yeah, I'm human. But sometimes, a lot of times, we need to stop and think and just meditate. And quit always going to social media with all your personal business. And then when you do that, you only tell them your side. You ain't telling the other side, because remember, there's 3 sides to every story. Your side, their side, and the truth. Or better yet, the truth is a little bit of what you said and a little bit of what they said and what really happened. Because everybody sees things differently, right? So, what time is it? I've been just ranting and going on and on. This wasn't even planned. It's not like I had anything on my heart. All I know is it was cold. I really didn't want to get out of bed this morning. And I was like, okay, I'm going to have to get some real good energy going on this morning. And I'm going to walk on the treadmill. And I'm just going to talk. Okay? I'm going to walk in like I talk. 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 I'm not even going that fast on this treadmill because if I go any faster, I might fall. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and end this call or end this workout. I hope you guys, one more thing I want to say. One more thing. In order for you to grow in your life, in your business, in your family, you have to grow. It's nothing personal. Nothing personal at all. And I'm going to give you an example, even in my family life. Kenny cannot run the company and grow mentally, right, without me growing. It just can't happen because I'm his wife. He lives with me. His desires and wants and aspirations are at home first, right? His motivation, his excitement, how he's feeling, the things that he wants. It starts at home. So it's not that he doesn't love me, because he does. But he has to have a partner and a person that's growing with him. I can't be growing this way and he growing that way. How long do you think that's going to work? Right? Not long at all. Eventually, we'll be apart. Same thing in business. You have people that work for you, that's in your organization, and even people, I'm just going to bring it even clearer. People that work in our business, in our organization. In order for us to grow and to be successful, for you to be successful, we have to surround ourselves with people that want to grow and be successful. And sometimes in life, you'll learn and you'll see that you outgrow certain things and certain people. And it's true. It's not knocking anybody, because everybody has their own goals and their own aspirations. You may aspire for something different than I aspire for, right? My responsibility is bigger than yours. It's totally different than being a distributor versus an owner, right? Because we've been distributors before, and Kenny in a previous company in TLC was the VP, but that's totally different than being the owner. And you are responsible for everything, how everything operates. The products, people getting paid, what's going on in the business, everything. It's totally different than being a distributor and being a VP, right? And so in order for us to be successful in that area, when we was a distributor and we transitioned from distributor, still distributor, because we were still a distributor in TLC, even though Kenny was the VP, he wasn't getting paid no salary to be no VP, and I'm just being honest. They didn't pay us anything extra. Look, I was almost about to get real and call with y'all. Our money came from the primary, because when we joined TLC, we joined as distributors, right? But we knew that the growth of that company was determined by what we did in the business, our growth, right? And if we're at the top of our organization, right? Now keep in mind that company was already in business for 12 years, right? They were small, they were only in South America, not many at all, if any, people in the US, and those that were in the US were from South America, right? Mexico, Colombia, those areas, right? And so we knew that in order for us to make a lot of money, we had to couple up with people that was interested in the same thing. And the speed in which we worked the business was a huge factor in the money that we made, right? And as we grew, we took the things that we learned from the previous company, right, good and bad, and implemented them in the new company to be able to grow, right? And when you do that, you have to surround yourself with the right people, even in your business. You know, the president surrounds himself with people that help him look good and look great. Same thing here. And so if the girls in the office don't grow, then that means that we don't grow. And so in Tava, everybody can grow, right? I'm gonna surround myself with positive people. I'm gonna surround myself with people that may not know, but want to grow and are doing things to make sure Tava grows. And if they not, and if they don't, they're gonna be gone. But it doesn't mean that I don't love them. It doesn't mean that I don't care for them. It doesn't mean that I don't wish them well. It just means that their time with me and Tava has expired. And everybody, in order for us to go into the 22nd century, because we're already in the 21st, during there, we're in the 20th century, right? Because it's 2022. But we're looking into what's going to happen in 2027, because we're 5 years ahead. We have to think 5 years ahead in order to push you and grow. We have to grow with what's going on in the world, right? And sometimes when that person hits their growth spurt, then you have to put them where they need to be, in the place where they need to be. You don't necessarily have to get rid of them. You just have to put them in a place where they can thrive. But then you have to bring somebody in to take you to that next level, right? Because back in 2008, when Kenny and I embarked on network marketing and multi-level marketing, Artists International, we had no idea that it was going to change our life the way it did as of today, right? But if we did not surround ourselves with the right people, the right knowledge, and the right information, and connect ourselves with the right company that would allow us to grow, then we wouldn't be right here right now today, owners of Tower Lifestyle. We wouldn't be. We'll still be, I don't even know, right? And so when you learn and you grow and you do better, then you know better. I know that a lot of times it's hard, and what a lot of times people don't want to let people go in their lives that don't mean them any good. You know how people post those little things every year at the beginning of the year that, I'm cleaning out my phone book or I'm cleaning out my Facebook, and if I unfriended you, then you one of the people, all of that mess, right? But it needs to be real. But you can do it in a way where you can still deal with those people. Like I have friends that don't want what I want, that's not in the place that I'm in. But that does not mean that they're not my friends anymore. I still love them. They're who they are. God put everybody on this earth to serve a different purpose. Right? They have a different purpose, different goals, different wants, different desires. Whatever it is that you want for the desire of your heart, God wants for you. He's not going to give you something that you don't want. Okay? You had to have wanted it if you got it. So you have to surround yourself with the people that's going to help you get there. And it's not knocking. See, what happens is that all of a sudden people start getting their feelings, right? Because maybe you're the one that was removed. And you start getting all in your feelings, who she thinks she is, who he thinks he is. And then they want to start talking about you and all this kind of stuff. Well, guess what? It's not about who I think I am or who we think we are, it's who we know we are. And where we know we're trying to go. And the responsibility that we have for not only just you, but a whole company. 50,000 people are dependent on us to have their products. I don't care if it's a customer. I don't care if it's a distributor. You're dependent on us to make sure that you receive your products. That was, I'm tired. I can't get out of the bed. I don't feel like fulfilling your products today. Manufacturing and all of that. No, those people still going to work in Dallas. It's cold. It's snowing. Those people are still trying to get to LaCour Logistics to make sure your products are mailed out to you. Because it ain't cold and snowing everywhere else. And they going to do the best that they can do, right? Based on the circumstances. They're going to make sure it happens. No excuses. And in order for that to be done, they have to surround themselves with people that care about you getting your products. I have to care on my own. I can't say, well, Kenny cares, so that's good enough. No, I have to care too. I have to care that you are successful in the business, that you get your products on time, that you do what you need for your family, that you're fed, that you're clothed. I have to care about those things. And see, that's when we're going to get down wrong. Even our children. We don't expect nothing from them. We got to do better. We have to expect more. We have to get them more involved. And I'm talking to myself too. Sometimes I battle because I don't want to, my stepchildren, I want the best for them. And I see them growing and getting out there and making things happen for themselves, But I do expect them to be a little bit more independent. Even my brother, I feel like as an aunt and as a stepmother, when you have children that are grown, everything that you do should be extra, right? It should be extra money for them to be able to put down on the house or buy them a new car, or, go on trips, or, those things should be extra. I shouldn't have to pay your mortgage because you can't pay it. I shouldn't have to pay your car note because you can't pay it. I shouldn't have to put food on your plate, on your table, because you can't do it. And it's not that you can't, It's just that you're not willing to get out there and do what it takes. You gotta make things happen. You can't watch it happen. You gotta make it happen. Okay, so enough of me fussing this morning, right? Again, this message is, if you know better, you gotta do better. And you gotta quit looking at other people and looking into other people to make you successful in life. And whatever it is that you want to do, right? And whatever it is, whether it's financially, spiritually, mentally, it starts from inside. It starts from within, right? So many blessings to everybody out there who are struggling, who are struggling with, because I struggled with that, I have a big family, so, I try to get along with everybody, but it's very difficult. And what has happened is, because there are no boundaries, then what happens is stuff gets out of hand year after year after year. Nothing changes. And nothing's going to change until you change it, right? You have to teach people how to treat you. Did you grab that? Did you put it in the comments? Teach people how to treat you. And then that way you don't want to be upset or be hurt when it doesn't turn out the way you want it to. Because at least you know you taught them, right? And you let them know, right? If I'm having a Super Bowl party and I invite you, don't invite all your friends. Who does that? But a lot of people do. They come, they don't bring anything. Who does that? A lot of people do, right? People want things from you, but they're not willing to give and do the same. Who does that? A lot of people do. And so you have to teach people how to treat you. People take advantage of you. Ain't no man, people get all on social media talking about these men, and these men get on there talking about these women. Y'all already knew. What made you think your stuff was better than anybody else's? He was like that, or she was like that before you met her. And I'm just going to talk to the women. I ain't even talking about men. Y'all have false expectations. You don't value yourself. You're doing all kinds of stuff for these men that ain't your husband. And when you say, well, it don't matter if you're married. Yes, it does. Because you have more stake in it. He ain't up to just going on and do whatever. And if he does, so what? He got to pay child support, and he got to pay spousal support and every other kind of support. It does make a difference. Okay? And so we abuse ourselves and use ourselves and don't respect ourselves, and then expect him to do it. Going out having these babies, and he already got 3, 4, 5, 6 other babies with 3, 4, 5, 6 other people. Okay, fine. You got money. You was able to do that. That's great. But then now you all on social media cussing the man out, talking about the man. That nigga was sorry when you. Excuse me. Sorry about that. That man was sorry when you met him. But I don't care what color he is. I didn't say Negro. I said that could be anybody. Black, white, Chinese, Muslim. They all, men think differently than we do. I mean, even situations with Nick Cannon. I mean, that's great. God said have as many, or you can have, no, God didn't say that. But you can have as many people as you can afford, right? And he can afford all those kids, but what is he putting out there? Like, even with his kids, like, when I got older, I be looking back like, this is some crazy dysfunctional stuff. It ain't just about the money. It's about, why would you go out and have all these kids? Some of these kids are 2 days apart, a week apart. Like, that's nasty. Like, he out there, just because he's rich, that don't mean he can't get diseases. Like, he out there sleeping with all these women without no protection. Like, ugh, that's nasty. Like, and y'all think that's cute. Why? Like, ugh, just because he has money, it's obvious. It's obvious, right? That take away the money, a lot of us still do it with the broke ones. you know, in the hood, they got 10 kids, and you ain't even got to be in the hood. Some of y'all are intelligent. Just like women go and marry men in prison, they don't even know. How you marry somebody in prison you don't even know? You ain't even met him. You met him while he was locked up, and you married him. I can't with y'all. Woo! And then you be wondering what happened and why it happened the way it happened. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all go. We've been talking long enough. I've been ranting and raving. I guess different little things have been coming up in my mind. But just a few things, you know. Just want to let everybody know that you got to make the necessary changes in order to be successful and grow in your business. And if that means that the people that are surrounding you are not able to grow with you, then you need to move them to the side. Put them in the place where you know that they will succeed. Don't be mad at them, and surround yourself with the people that is going in the direction that you want to go in, okay? Go out and have a great Friday. Hey, look, I said, oh, I've been talking for a long time. Oh my God. I'm going to have to get on the treadmill more often, right? I've been talking somewhere and then I go and invite all these other people. Right, they do. A lot of people do. You invite them and they show up at your house with you and 20 other people. People do it all the time. You know, then they'll call you and ask you, you know, which is, whew. But anyway, that's another subject. You all go out and have a great, I cannot believe I've been talking all this time. Oh my God, I'm sorry. This call is only supposed to be an hour and it's then went over for an hour and 36 minutes. But I hope you guys enjoyed all the information that I gave you. You guys go out and be blessed and have a great day. I'll see you guys on Monday. Whoop, whoop. Have a great weekend. Be safe with all of this bad weather. Some of you guys are in Florida and other states where it's warm and beautiful. Enjoy in Caribbean islands, Dominican Republic, Cabo, all of these other great places, even Turks and Caicos. Y'all enjoy. If you're out there, have a cocktail for me. Sip and land out on the beach. I can't wait. You know, that's my favorite pastime. I love the beach. I love the water. I love to get in the water, and I love to swim and do water activities when I travel. I'm not just taking pictures and looking cute, okay? Okay, and don't know how to swim, okay? Some of y'all need to be going to take some swimming lessons. But anyway, you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you Monday. Let's see what we're gonna play. We got some new songs coming out too. Get ready. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle, let go. It's a lifestyle, let go. Yeah, hey. Ooh, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, have a lifestyle. Yeah, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, have a lifestyle. We gon' let it spray forever, not just right now. We gon' let it spray forever, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, have a lifestyle. Got me feeling like I will live forever. No, they dying, but it still ain't no pressure. It's an art, like a ship, it's a vessel. We rising to another level. We move with purpose, life is great now. Yeah, maybe I deserve it, feel like Tank now. Put some millions in my bank now. Changing lives up every day now. Ooh, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, have a lifestyle. Yeah, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, have a lifestyle. We gon' let it spray forever, not just right now. We gon' let it spray forever, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, have a lifestyle. I take a trip to
right, see y'all later.